Right then, everyone, it's that time of the week again, isn't it? A Sunday afternoon, so it is time for another stream. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you think you are going to enjoy it. And of course, if you do enjoy it by the time we get to the end, then do remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you could share a video or two of mine to somebody you know, maybe a family member, maybe a friend who's interested in trains or model railways, then that would be most appreciated to help spread the word about my channel. So, hello everyone, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to another stream from my channel, HEMR Model Railway. Today, it's a normal Sunday running session stream. We're going to be running some trains. We're going to be taking some of your requests. Got a couple of things to talk about today. Nothing too big, nothing too massive that I've been doing this week, but we will be taking your requests. I'll be running some of my ideas. These are my ideas on the track so far, and hopefully we'll get some of your ideas as well. So just a normal Sunday running session stream today. Do let me know in the chat if audio and video is all okay. Can you see the 3 trains there on the track, and of course can you hear me? Do bear in mind that comments from the live chat take a while to come through to StreamYard, so it may be a minute or so before I see your comments, and similarly the delay between me speaking and going to YouTube is probably a little bit longer than you'd expect as well. Today's stream should be, as always, about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes long, probably about an hour and 20 today. Got plenty of time. It is the school holidays after all. So without further ado, I shall roll the intro and I will see you again in about 45 seconds. Here we go. Right then, so we are back from the intro. We have 3 people in the chat. The number has just ticked up. We've got on the main line, Jaden, very nice to see you here. We've got Kurt, the model shed, very nice to see you here as well. The third person could be Pete Clark, but we'll wait to see who that is. Pete Clark, I've been talking to him in the comments. He says he's coming this week. So 3 people so far, only 5 minutes in, not doing too bad. Yep, Kurt's here. Hello to you. On the main line is here. You've said train simmers in the intro. Is it me or never knew? Or is that new? Never noticed them before. Yep, they've been in there ever since I made that intro. I did say earlier, while the 2-minute 30 intro were playing the big intro at the start, I do need to remake these because some of them have got 1 track and they've still got the lonely siding going around. So I think my job for this week is remake the intros and remake the outros. So on the main line, this is going to be popping in and out. That's absolutely fine. I've seen that. And you're talking about, yes, 08 day. What I will do is, I'm not going to make an intro now. I could make an introduction video and put it out next week and say, oh yeah, I've just thought of this. We're doing this next year. Yeah. What I shall actually do is I shall make sure everything's ready. And I shall make sure the website set up and the sign-up forms done and all that. And I shall make the announcement video 2 months before 8th of the 8th, which will be 8th of the 8th, 2022. I'll make the intro video to 08 Day, the introduction where it's all about what you have to do to participate. I'll make that all up and then I'll release the announcement video for it, telling you what you have to do and all that 2 months before 8th of the 8th, and then everyone can prepare, everyone can get the videos ready. We can make sure that everyone's got everything set up and ready to go out that they need with all the right information and all that. So that is next year. It is technically 08 Day today because it's 8th of the 8th, but it's an unofficial 08 Day because I haven't managed to set everything up yet. I will actually make a website and put a Wikipedia page on if I can without it getting taken down. But so if you know about 08 Day, you know about 8 Day. If you know about 08 Day, you know about 08 Day. I'm not going to spend ages explaining it all because if you were here, you should have seen it in the live chat when I did the stream. But if anyone asks in the chat, can the moderators just briefly explain what it is for me, please? If anyone asks me in the comments what it is, I'll briefly explain. But if anyone's in the live chat today and they're wondering what 08 Day is, then will the moderators just give a brief description? Because 2 out of 3 moderators, Kurt and on the main line, have seen it. They responded to the poll. They responded to a poll, so they know what it is. So if anyone asks Kurt and on the main line, Kurt and Jaden, I don't know why I always say on the main line, Kurt and Jaden, you respond to that for me, please. Just realised this camera's very wonky. That's too wonky. Should be straight now. Yeah, that's better. So I like trains. I shall leave on the main line or Kurt to summarise that for you. I'm pretty sure they can summarise it and probably remember it better than I can. I've already wrote out the whole video script for next year. I'm getting serious with this. Would just like to say about 08 Day. I won't be doing it for any other locomotives. In fact, I'll just read off my script here. I've got my script for next year. I'll just read the little paragraph about why I'm not doing it for any other class. So unfortunately, I won't be doing this for any other class of locomotive. I just haven't the time, and something like organising multiple locomotive celebration days would take an entire team. And after all, I'm only one person in one loft making videos for you on YouTube. It also makes sense for it to be 08 celebration day, as I actually own an OO Gauge 08, as you all know, as you can see on the track over there. And organising another celebration day wouldn't be the same if it didn't have that particular locomotive, seeing as I would be the person that would come up with it. It also just won't be the same. Obviously, there wouldn't have been the smile on my face yesterday when I realised it was 08 tomorrow and the relation between 08 Shunter and the day. I'm only doing this, or I'm only going to do it in a year's time because of the sudden and rapid realisation of the day and the fact that there isn't anything at all out like this currently. I'm not trying to say it's not, and I'm not trying to say that the 08 Shunter is the best loco in the world. It's just a coincidence that the date I realised the relationship between the day after's date and a locomotive class happened to be the day before 0808, and the fact that I have an 08 and the 08 was actually sat on the track ready for this stream with its consist right next to it. So just a brief explanation. Just a brief explanation of why I'm not doing any other class of locomotive. On the main line, I hope you were listening, because I'm not reading all that again. I could do, but I'm not going to. If you want to do it and you want to set up a new website for it, then absolutely. In fact, this is in my script as well. It's here. If anyone does want to organise any of the locomotive celebration days, then absolutely feel free to put a link to my channel and a mention to the introduction video when it comes out in 10 months' time. Would be very much appreciated. So yeah. I am not going to do one for every single class of locomotive and every single possible combination you could do. It's just because I have an 08. The 08 was next to me yesterday when I thought of it. And it was my realisation of, oh, wait, the date can be a locomotive class name. So, a locomotive class number. So, yeah, just to quick rattle off of half the script so you already know what's coming in 10 months' time. That's just a quick read of the script just to make sure you know why I'm not doing it for other classes of locomotive. Because if you just do it with one, then that's fine. But as I've said and as I've just spent 2 minutes explaining there, I ain't going to do it for any other one. So yeah. That'd be interesting, Kurt. Certainly, I hope we're going to get 2 or 3 people, maybe 3 or 4 people, making videos on it. And I will say in that video, share it with every Model Railway channel you know if you can, and try and get as many people in it as possible. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Anyway, I forgot to say hello to I Like Trains. Thanks very much on the main line you explained that. I Like Trains. Very good, thanks. Sorry, I've been ignoring you. Accidentally while I've been reading off my script. But yeah, thank you for joining. You've said, it's been used for 60 years. 60 years? That's a very long time. 60 years. 1951 to 62. So yeah. Crikey. Still as good and still going as strong as ever, though. So, yeah. On the main lines, boasting about his Class 47, 66 and 90 adventures, which is very nice. Hopefully, Kurt, you will have an 08. You can get them off Hattons for about 70 quid. Mine was about 80, I think. Not bad condition. Needed some oil when I finally got a screwdriver small enough to take the body off, but other than that, pretty good. We shall get some trains running, and I'll set the 08 going with its 4 coaches first. I think the camera lagginess has stopped now. I did see your request, Kurt, actually. I'll find it. You said trying 040 with a small load. I will do that after these 3 have been going. The older trying ones aren't the best, unless you like the trying ones. In my opinion, the trying ones are good. They're just a bit noisy, and the illusion of the middle wheel not having a flange on is slightly lost on the trying 08s, in my opinion. They're not the best for slow crawling either, which is really what you want with the shunter like the 08. But if you want one, then that's completely up to you. And I'm going to take the 66 off because it's a bit loud and we've only just started the stream. So I'm going to see, not prototypical, but as I've said many times, my layout is not a prototypical layout. I'm going to see if Queen Elizabeth can pull these container wagons, because why not? And she seems to be nice and free rolling at least. Speed the 9F up, I think. And probably the 08 now as well. A little bit quicker. A little bit more juice. There we are. Everything is going. Yeah, I suppose if it's 11 quid might be a good thing just to get going. I mean, you could buy that one, get it going nicely. You could buy one, get it going nicely, and then you could get another one. I mean, if you like fixing up stuff, then that's always an option. Hello, Pete. Pete's Transport and More. I shall still call you Pete, if that's all right. Thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you back, Pete. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Very nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Hope you're all doing well. This is my mate. This is one of my two friends that knows I do model trains. This is Will. So hello, Will. Thanks for joining. Done our typical introduction when we're on Xbox there, aren't you? Yeah, thank you for joining, Will. One of my two friends who knows about I do trains. And I think this is Will's dad. So thanks for joining, Kevin. If that is Kevin indeed. Thank you very much, Kevin. Pete's doing okay. Yeah. He says, all right, thank you. Very nice. 6 people in so far. 7 people in now. I think my record's 9 so far. But yeah, Will and Kevin are in. Kevin is this person. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I thought it would be. Thank you for joining, both of you. Thank you, everyone else, as well. Lots of friends. Not as much as some. I have a small group of friends. Small group of very well, that's not particularly very good friends, put it that way. Yeah, oh, no, wrong comment. Oh, right comment. Here we are. All the way, by the way, I'm at 9 subs, so close to 100. You were at 88 2 days ago, so that's good. You're getting 1 a day. I hit 200 last week. Still going up very gently, but since sort of February time, it's spiked quite a bit with YouTube Shorts every Thursday and Friday, so that's not bad. I know Will quite well, so I'm not really that nervous. I mean, he just, Will's not bothered if I mess up, really, so yeah. I'm catching up to Kurt, I think. Kurt's on 217, I'm on 200. It'll be the race to 250. I bet Kurt's going to get there first, though. Kurt's been doing his channel a lot longer than us. Well, yeah, I think everyone on here. Maybe not I Like Trains, don't know about that. But yeah, he's been doing it a lot longer than I have, so... Yeah, I think you're right there. Kevin says, would love to see sponsorship stickers on the wall. #sponsor, #Highbrook. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a sponsorship, but I've got some, business cards from model shops I've been to and people I've bought things off eBay. I've got Highbrook End sign on wall. Can I show you that, or is it going to break everything? I'll show you that later in the stream. I'll show you that later in the stream because it's going to be a pain to put the camera back. Got my big Highbrook End plaque on the wall, just up here. Nice little thing off eBay. That's part of the thing I've got to talk about in today's stream as well. I've been adding some more memorabilia and decorations to the walls and the pinboard type notice board parts of the loft. So I will put them on. I'll show you them a bit later as well. We're not rubbing it in at all. Nothing like that. I'm just saying, me and Kurt, I wonder who's going to get to 250. It's suddenly, we're not rubbing it in. And we know you've been going for half the time of us, and you've pretty much got half the subscribers. So that's good. Oh, that's very kind of you, Kurt. Very nice of you. I will do the same as well. If I get to 250 subs before you, then I'll do a video doing a running session dedicated to your channel, or like a mini collab with your channel, because I've done one with on the main line. Done plenty of collabs with him, 2 or 3 I think, and so yeah, I'll do one for you as well, a little running session for your channel. I'll do that as well if I get there before you. Marshmallows joined the chat. Thank you very much for joining, Marshmallow. You seem to know on the main line, so that's always good. Know some new here. Thank you for joining. I like trains at 43 subscribers, so yeah, not bad. I will do Will, just that I'm still considerably in debt. My birthday is coming up soon, so hopefully I can pay off some of that and have a little bit extra to get some ballasting done. But for the moment, I'm saving up for 2 more controllers. My granddad's fixing up one that I found from that model railway haul a few weeks ago. So yeah, saving up for controllers. Gonna get some stones and make all this proper hard shoulder of stones and that to ballast all this. And then, yeah, I'll get adding grass and mountains and hills and houses and roads and stuff. I will get doing that. I just need some more money. But for now, I'm enjoying just running trains, doing streams, making videos. Just enjoying that for the moment. And it was, seeing as it was a lot of work to get all this track pinned down. And I mean a lot of work to get all that track done. So yeah, just enjoying it, and of course got to test it out with different combinations. Every week I get 6 or 7 requests in these live streams that are things I've never put together before, so it's just making sure that everything works how it should. I'm testing all the point crossovers because I've developed a sheet over there that tells me what settings the controller needs to be on for changing between the points and that. Yeah, of course I mean ballast. I don't mean I'm going to do a Sam's Trains April Fools and just put a massive pebble in the middle of the track. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm not doing a Sam's Trains April Fools. I did mean ballast. Did I not say ballast? Ballast. I meant to say ballast. Okay, then, what's the relationship between Jaden and Marshmallow? You seem to be hinting at something. Pete's right, get the hammer in there. There's a bit of ballasting wrong way. Instead of moving it, I shall just crush it instead. I vaguely remember being a tree on the line. I remember the fake TTS chuffing sound. That was quite funny. I enjoyed that. I don't know what I enjoyed about mine most. Mine might have just been throwing darts at that poor little Trying 040, which I've still got and fixed up, actually. I don't actually know where that is. I don't actually know where that 040's gone. But yeah, I remember yours. I enjoyed fake swearing as well. Fake beeps, that was quite funny to add in. Possibly also just pretending that the motor had just disintegrated for some random reason. That was quite good as well. Okay, I shall not mention that. They were hinting something and now they're not hinting something. So, Kurt has said, wants to run something through here. I was thinking of doing 2 sidings, not the only sidings, but I want to do like a yard for trains to come in. Yep, that's a good idea. I've got coal yard / coach storage yard / whatever I want it to be, whenever I want at the back. And Laura's like workshops. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. It does. Obviously, you know, I've got my sawmill siding all the way around the back here. Right, you can see my hand on this camera, I think. You all know this is the lumber log / sawmill siding. I'm going to try and get a working sawmill blade in there as well. And then at the back, which you can't see, but it's over here, these points here lead into it. That's going to be mainly a coal marshalling yard for shunting coal wagons and that. But I can also use it for pulling trains in the back because the backside is quite big. Got a run around loop in there. That's effectively just going to be a coal yard, shunting yard, storage yard, etc. I'm just going to put whatever I think in there, really. But yeah, it sounds like a good idea, does that, Kurt? TMD is Traction Maintenance Depot. Traction Maintenance Depot. It's where they, maintain locomotives, steam, diesel, electric. It's always fun. I always find it quite funny where I jump into the chat randomly. Yeah, I was going to put a turntable on my layout, but I thought most of the time I'm going to put the trains on the layout by hand. I'm always going to put tornado facing the right direction. I'm always going to put whatever facing the right direction. But if it comes that, on the 4th radius line, which runs this way, and the 3rd radius line runs that way, if I've got tornado running that way, and I move it onto the 3rd radius line and I want it running this way, where the 9F's going, then I can just run around the train and have tornado going tender first, which is a little bit different, isn't it? I'm not really too bothered. I'm not too bothered about whether the engine's the right way or not. If I am running tornado this way and I want it going the other way on the 3rd radius line, like engines and trains on this line should do, then I just run around, go around the layout, couple tornado up to the back, and run it tender first instead, which is what they sometimes do, obviously at a limited speed. But if not, I could, it's not indefinite, it's not an absolute must that all trains on this line have to run that way at all times. If tornado's running this way on that line and I change it on here, and I don't want it running tender first, then I can just have it going, with the flow of the trains. It's just mainly I want to run this the other way, so it's not, 3 trains going the same way down there. Tunnel might be a good idea, Kurt. The Hornby turntable isn't so good, apparently. It's also not the most reliable, but it is the cheapest. So, don't know, could you buy like a Pico turntable kit? You just build up the turntable and add some sort of motorization yourself? I don't know, really. Oh yeah, you run Marklin, don't you? What, you still do HO? There is a Marklin turntable, but it's about 200 quid, 300 quid. Oh, you use AC on Marklin, don't you? Interesting. Oh yeah, Marklin HO 1 to 87. You have the third track in the middle though, don't you? I think you have the third track in the middle. Do you? Do you have the plungers like Hornby 3 rail, or is that just me being weird? Does it have the pickup shoe in the middle? Does it have the pickup shoe in the middle? Oh no! I thought you had. I thought Marklin was 3 rail, but obviously not. Evidently not. Oh, it does. Wrong comment. I didn't see that. It must have been a different type to the one I quickly Googled. But, interesting. I seem to remember you saying that, but then I Googled it and there weren't any. I've just initiated the argument with on the main line in LNER. Oh, yeah, that's what you mean. Well, Marklin is AC3 rail system, but they made DZ2 rail locos under the HEMR brand. Yeah. I suppose Hornby, that was Hornby double 3 rail. And it's Hornby 003 rail and then Triang 2 rail, but it was like Hornby Triang. It was kind of the same thing before the merge. Anyway, I think it's time for some requests. So, Kurt, you're on first, if I can actually find the engine that you're wanting. Here we go. I might be confused with tricks. I just quickly Googled Marklin HO 1 to 87 and it came up with 2 rail stuff, so. Let's try and get a smooth stop with all the engines in the right places. No, that failed because that one just stalled. Massive fail. Massive fail again. It's so hard to get slow here. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to shoot that off the end. Right. On the main lines on about crappy Thompson kettles. Don't particularly like the Thompson engines myself, to be honest. I never said I did like them. And there is some LNER engines I don't like. Some of them are a bit odd. I don't particularly like the W1s that Hornby are doing. I just think they look odd. Anyway, requests. Kurt, you wanted with that specific engine. There we are. You wanted. Oh, yeah, Kurt's just put in the chat 201 subs. That is correct. Thank you to that person who's just subscribed. Kurt wanted Triang 040 with a small load. I best not put it on this track, otherwise the engine will it'll pack up and not like me for the rest of eternity. Anyway, I'm not arguing with you about LNER and BR. I know we're not arguing, we're having a bit of fun. But I like both LNER and BR. Some LNER engines were good. Flying Scotsman, I'm actually kind of liking the 4472 Flying Scotsman. Still like the BR one most. Tornado in LNER green actually looks okay. obviously A1s, A1s, yeah, A1s, A4s. They're good in LNER, but do also like the British rail engines as well. Like, for instance, the 9F. I know you're kidding. I'm just saying. I like both of them. I specifically like the new 801, 802, 80, yeah, 800, 801, 802, 803. I particularly like them because I sat in one coming back from London the other day. Not boasting or anything, but I sat in the cab. I'll tell you the full story in a bit, but I sat in the cab of one in King's Cross, so that was nice. I enjoyed that. Nice driver from Newcastle as well. And that train was going to Newcastle, so I presume he were ending his shift there or something. Kurt, here's your request. I'm not sure if it'll work. I haven't run it in a while. It does run, just that the wheels need like sanding with sandpaper because they're really quite dirty. And that bodged pickup I put on, that's still working, I think, so that's not too bad. You can really barely see it, but as long as it works, it's fine. Might, after my birthday, after I've recouped some money, I'm going to get some new pickups for Tornado, because you remember I had to bodge 2 homemade pickups onto that because they got caught between the wheels and got bent really badly. And while I'm doing that, I might as well buy some pickups for this one as well, so it actually runs properly. But hopefully it runs smooth enough. See, look, it can do quite a good start, but then when it hits a bit where it's got muck on the wheels, it gives up. But, you know, it's not that bad of an engine. I'll get it fixed one day. I always do. Kurt, that's your request. Is any other requests, anyone? Yeah, I agree with you there on the mainline. Well, I do agree with you because that's absolutely right. Come on, little 040. Get going. I'll request Tornado with coaches and Batman. Oh wait, no, it says brake van. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk that Jaden wanted a brake van on the end of it? Unbelievable, Jeff. Tell you what, I shall put Tornado on the other side. On the main lines, just uploaded a video, got the notification on my computer. I will watch that after the stream, after I've packed up, after I've eaten tea, whenever I can. Very nice. I'll back up this engine, Tornado. I shall pinch the brake van off the back of it because Kurt didn't specifically say a brake van, he just said a small load, so I think 3 wagons are perfectly adequate for that. 6 viewers still, that's very good. Lovely to hear. And we need one more request. Kurt is talking to somebody called Jeff. I think he means me. I can't really... He didn't hear what I said, and I said it quite loud, so I said... That's where I said Kurt. Unless you mean Kurt didn't specifically ask for a brake van on the back of the L4, we just asked for a small load, so I'll put it over to Jaden's. It does look good, Kurt. The bodge pickup slightly detracts from it, but as I say, when I've recouped some money after my birthday, I'll have enough money to buy a new set of pickups for Tornado. I'll have enough money to buy a new set of pickups for Tornado and replace the bodge one, because although the bodge ones are, you know, they work fine, you might notice Tornado sort of does this when it's running. It like wiggles like this. Obviously not as much as this, but it sort of wiggles side to side, and going backwards it sounds a bit ropey. So yeah, I'll buy some new pickups for those two. We need one more request. We have 2 at the moment. Pete Clark, would you like a request? I like trains. You like a request? Did I say Jeff? Maybe I meant Jaden. Sorry. I honestly can't remember saying that, but if I did, I probably meant Jaden. Just need one more request now, if nobody wants to put one in. Oh, so Marshmallow is... Who would have thought I would request a break van? So, is Marshmallow and On the Main Line the same person? Unless On the Main Line's got a clone, which is impossible. Alright. You don't mind, George. What? You mean 08 and containers or 66 with containers, Pete? I think I do. I'll put yours on. You say 66 or 08, don't you? So I'll put the 66 on, I think. Because I did take that off the track at the start. I took the track off. I took the 66 off at the start because I said it was too noisy for the start. So I'll put it on now because you like your diesels, Pete, don't you? You said in here YouTube Shorts comments the other day, didn't you? Or it might have been yesterday, actually, I think. There we are. Kurt says 4F. I shall do it after this round. I want to, Kurt. Yeah, I'm not sure if Jaden's just messing with us or whether whoever Marshmallow is actually slipped up on purpose. Because, you know, here it says, who would have thought I would request a vape van, and then very, very quickly, not me. Sorry, met Jaden, not me. On he's like, no, what do you mean? But unless Jaden's messing with it, he's either messing with us, which is quite funny to be honest, or it's a different person. Here we go. Very nice. I like trains. Happy food. Happy food. Happy eating. I remember the 66 has to go on backwards because he doesn't like the powered bogey first on second radius track. For whatever reason. Probably to do with that new thick wiring I put in it, because that's just the wire I had. On the main line, I've just explained it to you. I don't know what's so confusing. I've explained why I thought you were the same person. I have just put the comments up and explained it. Geez, indeed, Pete. Kurt is going to perform some sort of check to make sure it is the same person. Interesting. How would you do that, Kurt? All right. Despite those 040's wheels going down like egg beaters, it doesn't actually look that fast. Try slowing it down now the motor's warmed up. But you know what, once the pickups are replaced on that, I think it'll be just fine. Fair enough, Kurt. the way, can I just have... Well, it's not... I don't even know why I say egg beaters, because they're more just like whisks. You know, you have a... You know, like a whisk that you crank like that, don't you? You have a whisk that you crank like that, and then the turn at the bottom. I don't know why I say egg beaters. I don't know why egg beaters. Like, I should just say whisks or beaters, because that's what you have in a handheld electric whisk. Yeah, I don't know why I say egg beaters, but you know, we'll just carry on with it. Interesting, Kurt. To be honest, I can never trust 9Fs or anything for that lower price. You know, my upper price is probably maybe £50-60 on eBay. My lowest is probably, you know, 10-15. If it's anything, you know, if it's a big engine below 10 or 15, then that tells me or makes me think that something's wrong. But could do, Kurt. Could well do. Okay, it's time for the next rounds of requests, everyone. Next round of requests, please. Kurt said 4F. The 4F don't work, Kurt, if you remember. Oh, no, it does. Which is the one that doesn't work? There's two that don't work, I think. I think the 4F works. I'm going to put Flying Scotsman on. Kurt said 4F earlier. I'm going to put Flying Scotsman on because that's, you know, new. Flying Scotsman's going on now. Kurt wants the 4F. I cannot remember which engine doesn't work now. I think I'm under the illusion that the 4F doesn't work. Yeah, I'm under the illusion that the 4F doesn't work because I remember saying it needs some more oil on the gears because it makes a really, really loud squeaking noise in some direction. In forwards direction, it makes a really loud squeaking noise. And the traction tyres need gluing onto the wheels just because they keep coming off. So, yeah, I'm under the illusion that the 4F doesn't work, but in actual fact it does. It just needs another strip down for the 18th time. I'm not actually joking about having the 4F apart 17 times. I actually counted it out. I've had it apart 17 times, and it's going to be the 18th very shortly. It's going to be the 18th very, very shortly because it just makes a really bad squeaking noise. There. And then if I do it this way. Oh, right, it's doing it in both directions now. In fact, I think it's just them two wheels need pushing. Oh, that's the problem. The wheel spacing on the front axle of the tender is too far apart. So it's rubbing on the axle box or the frame of the tender, I think. Not sure. Try and bend it in a little bit. That look any better? Not sure. Let me just push it in, folks. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not oh dear. Doesn't matter. It's fixed. I took the coupling mount off accidentally. Is the squeaking from the bearing? It has bearings in the motor. On the motor it has bearings front and back, but I oiled them quite well. I've no clue. Could be from the pickups, could be something with high friction, could be the bearing, but I always make sure to put a bit of oil on bearings, so I don't know. No, that's not fixed it. Well, that's new. It wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it both directions last week, so the 4F and Golden Eagle need to go under maintenance. Kurt, you got another engine you want on instead of the 4F? I'm putting Tornado on Anta. Not Tornado, Flying Scotty. Really happy with the motor on this one. Very, very quiet running to say it's a Triang motor, and it's not even an XO4 with the felt pads. It's the XO3 that's just got the bearings that you have to oil. It hasn't got the felt pads to continuously dispense oil onto it. I'm just quite surprised, honestly. Quite surprised. Scooby2142, thank you for joining the stream. I haven't seen you in a while, but thank you very much for joining the stream. Very nice to see you here again. Okay, on the main line has got to go. He says he might be on later. If I don't see you later on the main line, thank you very much for joining. It's been very nice to have you here. Thanks for coming, thanks for commenting, thanks for your requests, and see you later. Could do with some more requests, peeps. Got 2 left. In fact, no, we've got 1 because Kurt's gonna. Oh dear. Is Kurt in? I don't think Kurt's in. More requests, anyone? Pete, do you want a 08 instead of 66? I'll do that for you. Wheel flip. Tell you what, Pete hasn't been in a few weeks, and he likes his diesels and his container freight, so I'll put the 08 on for Pete. There we are. Wheels back, very nice. I think I don't think Kurt's here. I think he's gone somewhere. So I think Kurt quite likes the little 040 here because I think he's got one. So I'll put that on for Kurt. So I don't think he's here, but I think he'll back. Do we have a 37? It's on the list, but no, not at the moment. Not quite at the moment. I'm getting class 20, hopefully for my birthday. I've put it on my list, but whether I get it is another thing. Because obviously you don't get told what you get for your birthday. You open the present yourself. So, yeah, I've asked for it. I've asked for a class 20, a GBRF class 20 for my birthday. But yeah, 37's like top 5 that are on the list at the moment. I was saying that the 4F don't work, Kurt, so I put on the Great Western 040 because I know you like that. Kurt's got Hot Wheels as well. Kurt's got Hot Wheels as well, I think, so I'm pretty sure he likes cars. So I've put this middle one on for Kurt because I'm pretty sure he likes the Great Western 040, so I've just put a goods train on. On the outer line, 4 coaches and Flying Scotsman with Firebox glow and realistic chuffing sound. And on the inside line, Pete's favourites. Diesel, 08 or 66 with coaches, containers. So that one's on for you, Pete. I do need a 55. Just need money. Could do with winning lottery. Interesting, Kurt. Will's got a lot and you've got a lot. Those chuffing sounds, Pete. Chuffing hell. Yeah. I've noticed that as Flying Scotsman runs on the layout more, and everything beds in, and as it's been sat in a box for goodness knows how many years, you know, it seems to be going over points. For starters, I've just realised I haven't got 3 cameras on, sorry. For starters, it managed this point on the 4th radius line over here. It managed that one without a problem right from the off. Then this point here, a little bit ropey on that one, and this point here, really ropey on that one. But as you can see there, it's got no problems at all. Can I just ask, how much of the trains can you actually hear? If you don't mind me asking, well, yeah, how much of the trains can you actually hear? I know you can hear the chuffing because Pete's made a comment about it, but how much of the trains can you hear it? Can you hear the sort of the rumbling as the coaster and the ba-bum ba-bum as they go over the rail joins? And can you hear motor noise at all, or just the chuffing? Okay. I mean, I could, plug headphones into my computer and turn on a microphone from one of my phones that are right next to the railway, as obviously at the back, at the side, at the other side. But I tested it the other week when I was downstairs because it was too warm in the loft. And the problem was that the audio mixing from streaming wasn't good. There's no way you can manually adjust mic volume, I don't think. Yeah, you can actually automatically adjust mic volume. So if I wanted to, I could get my headphones, my headset, plug it into my computer and have that as my speaking mic, and then have the other microphone probably on this camera here. So that's got the best microphone out of all of the phones. I could turn that on and then manually adjust the volume so that you can hear me speaking but also hear the noise of the trains. However, because my headphones are noise cancelling headphones and I can't really have one ear on, one ear off, because for a long time that gets uncomfortable. So I think just hearing my voice is okay, and the occasional chuffing from Flying Scotsman. Yeah, I could try that. Might try that next week, depending on if I remember or if I've got time to test it out before the stream. But might do that next week and see if I can get a good balance between speaking and train sounds. However, that might not also be a good idea, because if you can hear my voice from my computer, but you can also hear Flying Scotsman, then if the microphone's right next to my face, you're obviously going to be able to hear me, but that microphone's really sensitive, so it might also pick up the chuffing noise or the train noise, and that might not work. Don't really know. What brand are the things what the 08 is pulling? I forgot. What are they called? They're just Hornby container wagons. Just Hornby container wagons, I think, as far as I'm aware. I mean, I bought them along with the 66, and the 66 is Lima. I don't really know what brand they are. It doesn't really say underneath, but I believe the Hornby. I think they are anyway. I think they're just Hornby container wagons. There could be Lemur. Could even be Triang, but I'm not sure. I just bought them along with the 66. I know the 66 is Lemur. I don't know what brand these are. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you, but I glued them on. Super glued and hot glued them on because they're just, when I put them in the drawer, you know, I'd open the drawer and then the movement of opening the drawer would knock them over, and through derailment on the track they'd all come on and I'd have to put 6 on, and it just annoyed, so I just glued them on. So they did originally go on little pegs and then they'd could move them about if you wanted to. Yeah, I have tried that before, Kurt, another Michael Muted. It doesn't work, so it just picks up my voice on the computer and on there, and you get echo, and it's just doesn't really work. Yeah, about that, the camera at the back where Tornado's just on now, that one there, that camera's about 7 or 8 years old, so my thing is with that camera, 3 cameras are better than 2, because obviously you see the main bits of the layout, mostly you see this straight, and that straight, that corner over there at the back behind the computer. I suppose I could move that camera from over here to the coal siding at the back. I could do that, but the lighting at the back of my computer over here seems to be better than the lighting that would be in the coal siding over there. So it's about a 7 or 8 year old phone is that, so my rationale is 3 cameras is better than 2, and you can see the trains. It is a little bit laggy, but you get the gist of what's behind there. You get the gist, don't you? Plus also, if I get rid of this camera, if I can, you know, 2 just looks a bit awkward, because then you've got the massive black bar at the top and the massive black bar at the bottom. Whereas if I put 3 cameras on, you know, there's not as much black space. Do I like them? Do I like my container wagons? Yeah, absolutely. I really like them, and Pete likes them, so they're a nice thing to have. I don't know how the sound can get better when I take camera 3 off. As far as I'm aware, that microphone is muted. Let me just put this camera on so you don't see my face or out like that. That microphone is muted. Not sure why. Maybe it's because it's one less device not sending information over my internet, which, as we all know, isn't the best. Don't know. But you can hear me, so that's the main thing. I'm also happy to report that the modification to the 040, which the 08's got in the way of, but this one here, the modification of adding pickups to this wagon and then moving and putting wires from that wagon to the loco to stop it stalling over points. I'm pleased to report that that has turned out well. Yeah, Kurt, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to carry on using the terrible phones that I have. Well, not terrible, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to get a better phone and then not use a better phone, because that's just counterintuitive. That's the point of getting a better phone. I'm not going to get rid of it either because it's just an extra phone can be a useful thing to have. Right, I'm going to stop the trains because I've got a little bit of talking to do. Tiny 5-7 minutes bit of talking. Oh, so if I talk like this, the sound is better. Yeah, it probably will be. By the way, I should probably show you the Firebox Glow because people are saying you should show us the Firebox Glow. So I'll show you the Firebox Glow on Tornado. Flying Scotsman. Never get that name right. Give me a minute just to get all the other trains stopped. Turn that one off because that's buzzing. I think you'll be able to see it. If I get it going slow enough, you should be able to see it. I remember seeing it a couple of minutes ago. My voice has gone deep, has it? What, you mean suddenly, or, you notice that it's changed in the past few weeks? No, it depends when the camera lags or when the camera doesn't lag to if you'll see it. Yeah, you got a glimpse of it there. You mean it's gone deep as in, like, messed up, or you mean it's gone deep as in, I'm getting older? Is that because if it's audio's gone wrong, then that's not good. Firebox, there you are. You can see it. That's good. That should just be called Firebox camera now instead of camera 3. It is, yeah. I do like the 08 with the container cars. Interesting. Had to thrash it to get it moving. So do you drive trains then? Because you were on about earlier. You said something about you should try it with my NS whatever. So if you drive trains, that's interesting. Firebox. Firebox. Oh, very cool. Got a proper train driver in a stream. Very nice to know. Very good. Yeah, train driver, loco driver, whatever. Messed up that stop as well. Absolute shambles. And I was stopping the 08 and the 040 without the camera on, so I can't see where it is really because I'm sat at the other end of the loft. Right, so story time, or not story time, talking time. And what I'll do is I'll show you the Hybrid sign. I'll show you what the decorations on the other side of the wall when I get to that bit as well. So I'll unplug my phone and get it ready and move that. There we are. Pete Clark says, Firebox! Yeah. That should be another quote I put on the wall. Right. So, first of all, I am back off holiday. Until Friday. I'm back off holiday now, so I won't be scheduling videos. What I mean is I won't be making videos 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance so that there's still a Tuesday video and a Thursday and Friday YouTube shorts. I'll be making them just a week before, so I'll have a lot more time because although I was filming them 3 or 4 weeks before, the problem was that I had to film like 6 YouTube shorts and 3 videos. So I had to film 9 videos in 3 or 4 weeks, which is really bad. You might have noticed that the YouTube shorts were less heavy on the editing. They weren't as fast paced. They were a bit slower. The music was slightly different. And I did that for 2 reasons. I thought, my YouTube shorts have been quite fast paced and they've been changing shots. So I thought I'll slow it down. But it also means I don't have to do as much work to get the videos out. There were still good videos. There were still videos that were watchable. I've had plenty of comments on them. Just that it was easier for me to make because I wanted to focus on the main 3 Tuesday videos that I had to make while I was away in the Lake District in London, and just sort of quickly get out the YouTube Shorts videos just so they're there on a Thursday and Friday, because that's all the Thursday and Friday videos are. They're just sort of to break up the week a bit, so there's not a massive gap between Tuesday and Sunday, and then Sunday and Tuesday ain't really that long. But yeah, so I am back from my holidays. I am going on Friday until Tuesday, I think. I'm going camping, or it might be Friday to Monday. Not really sure, but I am going camping. So this time next week, there won't be a live stream because I'll be camping. So sorry about that, but the week after there will be a live stream. Just to reiterate, on Sunday, next week on Sunday, no live stream because I'll be camping, but there will still be a Tuesday video. And the Tuesday video, excuse me, sorry, I've been drinking Dilute and it's coming back up. Sorry. Tuesday video this week is a trip on the Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway, which is really good. I've got over half an hour of footage for you there. It's a bit like a feature-length special of like a train spotting episode. I've got all sorts, got shunting, I've got the journey on it, I've got all sorts really, so I do hope you enjoy that. So next, when I was coming back from London, which was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. I came back on Friday. Get your days right, George. When we're coming back from London on Friday on the train in King's Cross, I actually got to sit in the cab of one of the new Class 801 LNER, like EMU, DMU bimodal trains, and its number was 801210. So now you know what my favourite class of 801, 800, 802, 803 engines are. Shall I try and find a picture of you? Shall I try and find a picture of it for you? Not sure if anyone will have got a picture of it. In answer to your question that you put, Kurt, I for some reason didn't answer it. Yes, it was the same one that you said in your video. I don't know if I can find a picture of it. Obviously, I'm not going to show you my photos of it because it's got my face in it, and not a good idea showing you my face. Privacy and all that. Can't find 801210. I can find 801201, but not 801210. It doesn't matter anyway. I sat in 801210. I'll give you the little bit of a story. Basically, I was walking up and down before the ticket barriers because it was like an hour before our train was due to leave back to where the station knew where I live. So we were like, oh, well, I'll go in front of the ticket barriers and I'll take the numbers down of the trains and add them to my logbook. I took the numbers down of trains I saw on the way on the train, and I did that taking down numbers of locomotives and trains on the way back on the train. But I thought, you know what, I'll just walk up and down before the ticket barrier because we didn't want to go in, because if we went in there, we might have been on the wrong platform. Then we'd have to come back out and, it wouldn't have been right. So, effectively, we were looking, trying to get the numbers in. This bloke on the ticket barriers could see that he was sort of trying to crane his neck, trying to see around this column in King's Cross to see what one number train was. He says, oh, you can go through if you want. So we went through, got down the final numbers of the train, and then he went, oh, well, good to end platform, which is away from all the older DMUs, and we went to the other end where there was just a 801. So there were an 801 at the end, so we're like, oh, I'll take a picture of this, because the 800s, 801s, 802s and 803s, as far as I'm aware, are quite new. I think they've only been around for a year and a half, and that's the first time I've probably seen one up close. So like, oh, I'll take a picture. I took a picture of the front, and there was this bloke meandering round who was actually the driver. Said, oh yes, why don't you stand in the doorway and your mum can come over and take a photo. So stood in the doorway, took a photo. They said, oh, why don't you come in Cav? And said, you have my permission, in his Newcastle Geordie accent. Not sure why that's relevant, but he just did. And so we went into cab and looked around all buttons and that, and looked round at back, and he said a few words about how this has got I did a similar thing when I was young and it got my interest, and they said, oh, why don't you sit at seat, your mum can come in and take a photo. So we did, and that's how I ended up sat in 801210. So that's that bit out of the way. Next bit is new decorations and memorabilia on the pin board / noted board type sections of the loft. What I mean by that is this. You can't see it because the phone's there. What I mean by that is effectively these wooden sections where I pin all sorts, you know. You can see I've got stuff pinned up there. That's the railway that's coming out. Video's coming out. But yeah, I don't know if you've seen it since I updated this. So that's this side. We're in the process of getting a new board to go here, and then I'll have almost double that storage space there. So we'll be able to put that there. Those nails were for just testing if a shelf would go there, but we realised the shelf would create massive shadows, so I need to take them out. But yeah, that's that side. Then on this side, Hybrid sign. She's there. Very nice. Got that off eBay. You've probably all seen that side. This is my quotes. Mainly my quotes page. Put my favourite quotes here. Mainly Top Gear. Some of them are from my videos, like there. Electro Boom stuff. Model shop poster there. Then over this side, this is where all my new stuff is. Finally, I've had that Hornby bag a year maybe, and I haven't put it up, so I've put my Hornby bag up. This is my changeover thing I was on about. So you probably remember when I did that testing my layout video a few weeks ago. I was having trouble getting the directions set right for going on for points. So I've made a full document that tells me how to switch from 4th to 3rd, 3rd to 4th, and 3rd to 2nd, 2nd to 3rd. So that's there. Just a little diagram with some arrows and things explaining what I have to do. And then some of the new stuff up here, you haven't really seen it. That's a magnet my parents had and gave it to me. Bought that at the Railway Museum. That's Ravenglass and Eskdale, that and that. Had that years. Got that in Lisbon and got that in Lisbon. So yeah, that's some of the things I've been doing. And we'll finish with the Hybrid sign. So that's the new memorabilia type things I've been doing. So yeah, pretty interesting. Got some new things up, brightened up the loft up a bit. It's nice to see the memorabilia walls taking place, which is pretty good. Yeah, I've talked about everything now. So final request, I think, and we shall get going. Allow me a moment to rearrange this camera back to where it should be. Is that okay there? That looks about right. Yep, that looks okay. So then, requests. Scooby asked earlier, what have you got for the final round of requests? The options are Flying Scotsman, Great Western 101, 08 Shunter, 9F, Tornado, A4 Golden Eagle, Queen Elizabeth, which is this. That's it there. A Class 66, a Airfix 4F, but that doesn't work. In fact, the A4 Golden Eagle and the 4F don't work. And I've got the little red Triang 040 we had on earlier as well. So you've got those to pick from. Anyone can put in a request. Scooby asked about the requests first. So we've got one there. I need 2 more requests, everyone. 2 more requests for the last couple of minutes. 9F all the way, Scooby says. I shall do that. And do you want it with coaches or freight? Up to you. Or you can have it with containers if you want. As I say, I'm not a prototypical person with layout. You know, I'm not running freight-only engines with only freight, because that's just not fun, is it? It's been strict when it's a hobby that you're supposed to enjoy. Freight, okie doke. I will do that for you immediately. 2 more requests. Anyone can put one in. In fact, Scooby, if you want another, you can have another. Here's my beautiful 9F. The only locomotive so far that I bought new. It's the 1-to-1 collection edition. I've still got to find a frame for that certificate. Some people think the certificates are a bit silly, but, you know, it's nice to be able to say that I've got this nice model here, and you can remember it as a special engine. Special engine for me, obviously, because it's the first engine I've ever bought, brand new. I mean, I suppose I'll have it, hopefully, when my birthday comes around, I'll have a brand new Hornby GBRF Class 20. But technically, I won't have bought that. But that'll, if I get that for my birthday, which would be really nice if I did, then I'll have my second new engine. I Like Train says, how about 66 with some passenger coaches? Yep, absolutely. I will do that for you. We've had that quite before. He said it might sound really stupid, but it would be funny. In fact, on the main line said, Jaden a few weeks ago, that sometimes, more often than you'd perhaps think, 66s do sometimes actually pull passenger trains, because if something's broke down or locos aren't available, I guess, or something like that, then he said sometimes, believe it or not, they pull passenger services more often than you think, and especially empty coaching stock movements. And in fact, there's a rail tour that gets pulled by 2 Class 66s, so it's pretty interesting. Very versatile engines of the 66s. Not some quite good for shunting because they have the slow speed control, which I think is a really, really cool feature. But obviously, shunting, it's not very good because if you've got to go forwards and backwards, then you either do it blind and stay in the front of the cab, or you constantly walk between cabs and, you know, to see what you're doing. Kurt says, Aldo 40. Lovely. And tell you what, I'll leave that with the container wagons because why not? So here we have I Like Trains, who asked for 66 and passenger coaches. There you are. Scooby 2142, who asked for 9F with freight. And Kurt, who asked for Aldo 40 with, well, didn't ask for it with anything, but I put the coach, these container wagons on. NF needs a little bit more juice. Something's gone badly wrong here. Okay, I think we're all right. The Aldo 40 might not last long on the second radius line because that's just powered by an old controller. The controller that's currently powering this here is actually only meant to power this siding. It's the Hornby R921 controller, and it's got a really, it gets quite, quite warm. Not painful, but it does get, like quite warm on top. Probably doesn't help because it's black. Gets quite warm and it thermal cut out. It does thermal cut out quite a lot when running, specifically that 040 I've had it cut out on, and the Triumph Flying Scotsman and the Great Western 101 I've had it cut out on that, so its thermal cut out is not brilliant. So I'm not going to throw it away because it's a controller I can use, but I've picked a low intensity application that I can use it for. See, I think it's died there. Yeah. It's died. It's got too warm. So, I don't want to switch trains over because I'm going to be finishing the stream shortly. So, I shall put on my next 040 that looks the most similar to that. And I'll put the Queen Elizabeth on instead. Because that doesn't overheat the controller. But yeah, so the controller I'm using for the second radius line temporarily, just to test it. It's only going to be used for this siding, which just comes off the main line. It goes to just half, maybe 10 centimeters behind this camera, and then it goes round the back of the laptop. You can probably see there. It just goes round to here. 66 is in the way now, thank you. It goes round to here and then stops. So it's not a very big siding. It's not a siding that's going to be used often. It's just where the coaling tower and the wash tower are going to be for the steam locos, and then maybe storing some wagons in here. So Siding is not going to be used very often, so I picked a weaker controller to put on that one. I like Train says the slow speed control on the 66 is quite rubbish. When I drove the 66, a stupid thing would do a nice crawl, but a really jumpy crawl. I prefer just to use the lower throttle settings. I see what you mean there, because obviously I haven't driven one in real life, but I've got Train Sim World 2020 on my Xbox, which means I can use it. You know, it's a simulation. It's on a simulation, but it works really well there. But obviously, simulation isn't everything in real life, is it? I did notice that it did ramp up the throttle really high and then dropped it way low in order to regulate the speed that I wanted it going at for the slow speed control. Plus, also, it's not a good application for mainline use. Like the situation on the simulation I was using for was driving a load of hopper carts, hopper wagons backwards to unload them. Obviously, if you just want to set off slowly on the main line, that's not really practical because you've got to fiddle about the switch and set it and turn off the other switch and then go into the computer at the top and disable it. It's, yeah. I can probably imagine why, yeah, because in the simulation, it ramped it up way high, probably quite high in the notches of throttle and then dropped it way low in order to regulate, which is not really that efficient, but it works. What trains are on my birthday list? Well, I've only got one on my birthday list because I don't really want to be asking for two. That just seems a bit greedy for me. Plus, I've got other things like tripods and stuff like that on there, so I don't want to push my luck. Class 20 is on my birthday list, but I've got like a list of 30 engines I want to get over time, over the next 3-4 years maybe. I've got things like a class 37, a 55, a 47, 57, another 66. Quite a few things. Some steam engines as well. I've got quite a lot. Nice. I saw a 66 signal stopped at Helifield station. When the signal changed, it absolutely belted out the station with a full load of hoppers on the back of the train. Must have been doing over 60. Very nice. You should, if you check out my video of the Scarborough Spar Express video that I did a few weeks ago, you'll see 237s there doing quite a bit of clag. It was good to see that. Go watch my Scarborough Spar Express video with the 37s in the thumbnail. That was quite, diesel claggy. Nice to see, it was. Hellifield's quite a popular station for rail tours, isn't it? Especially ones run by the West Coast Railway Company. They change there, don't they? Because they go on the way there. Obviously, they go through Hellifield to wherever they're going, if that's appropriate. They go to Hellifield by diesel, then from Hellifield to wherever they go by steam, and then from wherever to Hellifield they go steam, and then from Hellifield to the original location is diesel. I kind of want to go to Hellifield station some night. I'll be able to see some nice diesel steam changeovers there. Wonder how far it is away from where I am. Yeah, not really appropriate. Could go there for a birthday, but it's a little bit too far. thought I was going to get a really good, nice, smooth stop. But you know what? I'm not stopping until I get a nice, smooth stop. Start the trains up again. I want a nice, smooth stop for the end of the stream. Can't have that. Yeah. It's like 3 or 4 times that from where I am, though, so... Not really. Could go there for a birthday, I suppose. I've just messed up again. Got 1 stop. The 9F didn't really stop, though, so I can't really count it. Let's try again. There we are. That's good there. Not bad. Here comes the 9F. I do like to look on the screen because obviously from where I'm sat at the computer is obviously quite far away from where the camera is, so I can't really see it well. If I go over here, then I can, but then I have to dash back over to the other side of the loft on my wheelie chair to get to it. So, but yeah, very good request there. I'll make sure everything's off. And I'll best turn the mains power off for the controls, otherwise I'll hear buzzing. That's happened before. There we are. I think that's off. Right then, we've had a nice long stream today, an hour and a half. Ran over a little bit, but well, I know for a fact that Yorkshire puddings aren't coming out for a stew until 6:30, so I'm in plenty of time. So yeah, really good stream today. We've had some really nice requests. We've had... on average, 6 people all the way through, which is higher than usual, so that's very good. We've had some new faces, we've had some familiar faces, and we've had some interesting, and we've had some new requests, and we've seen some people who haven't been in the stream before as well. So, thank you everyone for watching today's Sunday stream. It has really been lovely reading all of your questions and comments in the live chat. And thank you all very much for your messages and your requests, as they are my favourite part of these live streams. It is really just the fact that I am live and the fact that I can take requests off you live and in real time, and I can chat with you live. And I can just, take part in discussions coming up through the chat. And it is really why I enjoy these streams so much. I will hopefully see you on Tuesday for another video. And the next video is on the Ravensglass and Eskdale Railway. I've got a half-hour sort of what's it called? Feature-length train spotting video coming for you on Tuesday. I'm pretty excited for that. Just need to save it and get it uploaded to YouTube and all of that lot. So... yeah, pretty interesting. We've got a return journey, so we go out to Ravenglass and come back to Delgarth for Boot Station. It's all explained with narration in that video, and we've got some shunting and stuff going on there as well. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you enjoyed it, and a subscription and a share of a video or two of mine, some would be most appreciated, and that helps my channel out a lot. Thank you all once again for joining the stream. It has been great to have you here, and I do hope to see you again very, very soon. A quick read of comments before the end of the stream. Will says, GG, thank you very much. Scooby I'll just call you Scooby. It says, well done, George. Thank you very much, Scooby. Thank you for coming. Kurt says, have a good day, everyone. Same to you, Kurt, and bye. Same to you as well. Scooby says, night. I think that's what that means. Pretty sure. And I like Train says, have a good day, George. Keep safe, and greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. On the main line's back right at the end. We're just saying goodbye on the main line. So see you later. See you later, Pete. Take care to you as well. Bye, everyone in the chat. Thank you to my moderators, as always. Pete Clark on the main line and the model shed, or Pete Clark, Jaden, and Kurt. Thank you very much to my moderators. Most appreciated as always. Thanks for everyone who has put in a request today. Been some very good requests today, and very enjoyable stream today. As I say, I enjoy these streams almost as much as videos, but not quite as much as videos. Thank you, everyone. And the last thing for me to say is, as always, to end the stream, is take care of yourselves, everyone, and bye for now. See you later.